Robbie, put your hands up.
Robbie!
The Tom and Robbie scenes together are really what we set up from the beginning in a very clear way, this collision course. I think they're some of the best scenes in the show.
We're almost there, Robbie, come on.
Where it's a collision course between two men on the brink of family tragedies, and not the questions of what's good or bad, but what's right and wrong.
This is not easy to shoot a show like this and to shoot it the way we shot it. It doesn't get any more difficult than this. You know, it's heavy material, so it can get very maudlin and down, but we always kept it light.
You think I could add a line where I say something like, "You left me out there to die, Robbie, and here I am."
So, the best line ever written. Oh, Mark.
It's been really incredible working with Mark Ruffalo, to see the ease and the fun that he can have and still do such deep work.
And Tom can get really serious in moments too. He can laugh, he can be sweet, he can be scary, he can be violent. And in each episode, really, I'd be able to go through such a range of emotions. That's not an easy task.
I would say when I first read the scripts, I knew this is going to be a physically demanding show. So in episode 6, the first 20 pages take place in the woods with a huge action sequence. And that really has been the most challenging thing, not just on the show that I've ever done on any project. The sequences are very elaborate, so it just takes a lot of prep to storyboard everything out, shot list everything so precisely.
It was intense, but Justin, our stunt coordinator, he knew that I was a wrestler, so he put a lot of wrestling into. You know, Jamie's just so hardcore, and I couldn't even say my lines. I was so scared of him. That was that, real and honest and raw. I got bit. He got a bump on his head. I got a concussion.
And it just felt so authentic. And it's not just about that. You see these two men who have been, you know, on this collision course for a while, have this really scrappy fight that was also very emotionally driven. At the end of it, it was so full of crazy emotion that you're not only physically drained, you are emotionally drained at the end of these fight sequences.
If you look at Grasso, he's really like juggling chainsaws every day. He's trying to balance the task force and his assignment, his job with, you know, this pact he's made with the devil in some way. And up until this point, he's maintained a very tenuous peace. And then when Lizzie gets hit, that's all shattered. And so I think it's the incident that makes Grasso look in the mirror and realize he can't go on this way.
It's just brutal because obviously we've just seen her save herself. And I remember there's like a really great direction Brad wrote on the script. Lizzie decides to no longer be afraid. And I sort of love the way it said decides. I think when you're in a sort of life and death situation, like your survival instinct really sort of protects you and like takes over you. And because of her sort of hearing impediment, she can't hear the people screaming at her to get out of the way or a car coming. So it's just like a horrible, awful thing that happens.
It's a really tragic thing, and I think he maybe will never recover from it. In this case, his actions are directly affecting people he cares about and has grown to really care about. So there's a self-hatred and a regrettable feeling about all of this.
When we were shooting, it was really sad because you're emotionally invested with these characters, even behind the scenes and being the director watching it. You know, if your actors are doing it right, you're drawn in even though, you know, you're right behind a monitor. When Robbie passes away in Tom's arms, it was sad, but it was also a perfect ending for both of those characters to be together.
You know, when we start episode 1, we see a juxtaposition of two men. We see Robbie full of life and vitality, and we're interspersed with scenes of Tom in solitude and silence. And it's very beautiful because Tom, who was a man of faith, has lost it. And Robbie who professes to not believe in anything, acts with perfect faith, always. It's beautiful. And so in Robbie, Tom can begin to rediscover his faith. Without knowing it, Robbie sort of gives Tom this gift.
It's bittersweet. I mean, he's sad for this family and all they've lost. He doesn't want to see people getting killed if he can help it. It's not his style. But it is a relief, and they did get the boy back. And there's a little piece of karma that he could show some sort of leniency and compassion towards Maeve.
So we got one kid without a family. We lock her up, we're gonna have two more.
You know, she could go to prison. He gets her out of that in a way.
I hope people relate to Maeve and see themselves in Maeve, and I'm so happy that she gets to get out because she was always just trying to look out for people around her.
I thought that if I got arrested, they'd take Harper and Wyatt. And they'd be on their own.
Yeah.
Her actions really define her as a character, I think. Really selfless in a way. And it's not about her. And I think Grasso is someone who wants to believe in something. And so when he meets Tom,
Did you direct Cliff Broward to Wissahickon Park?
then it's really exciting to hear what they say to each other and how those words carry into the last episode of the show.
What do you believe? I believe you did. Well, that's the thing. Between believing something and proving it, a million miles lie.